Boom! Alright, what's up you guys? It's Royce Jacob. Welcome back to the channel. In a video that I'm very excited to make, which will be part of an ongoing series that I am titling Health is Wealth, I want to share with you guys all of the supplements that I take as a successful trader slash investor. Now, the reason that I was motivated to make this series in the first place is because there's so much more to life than money, the markets, trading, and investing, which I know all of you are well aware of, but I just want these videos to act as a reminder of that and also talk about a subject that I'm personally very passionate about and have been honing my craft in for a very, very long time. If you guys have been part of the Waves fam for a while, you know that we've actually covered this subject in the past. I have a video that I posted about a year and a half ago. I believe this was last December, titled Health is Wealth. Don't just focus on trading, focus on you. And actually a podcast from over 2 years ago from my old Take Action podcast, talking about why health really is wealth. So if you want to join the 62 people who watched that, I mean, shout out to those guys, but you can go check those out. Been involved with the health space, the biohacking space for a long time, really just trying to improve myself, not only of course from an aesthetic perspective, because that is obviously that's an amazing byproduct of taking care of yourself and taking the correct supplements and focusing on your fitness, etc. But it's really about performing better and optimizing the way you perform, not only, again, whether it's fitness or some physical performance related activity, but in the markets there's a lot of corollaries between health and trading, right? You're ultimately dedicating your time, you're investing your time, resources, energy, education into bettering yourself now and hopefully bettering yourself later as well. Okay, so there are some parallels that you can find between health and trading, which is why I feel like it's an important topic to cover. But again, I'm very passionate on the subject, and even if you're not interested in this, I hope you spend some time maybe learning about it a little bit, and if you are interested, I'm super pumped about that, because then we can geek out in the comments together. Okay, so to the breakdown of this video, I didn't plan super well, but I did write out every single supplement that I take, and I also have every single supplement right here next to me that I brought from my house down to the office. Okay, so we'll kick it off with these bad boys. I'm staring at a stack of all of the names you see in front of you, which I did put the brand name of as well in this write-up, so you can go Google, Amazon, any of these that we're going to be covering if you want to check them out. I was going to do the affiliate link, but honestly I just didn't want to do that. So you guys can screenshot this, pause the video, and as we go over each of these one by one, I'll hold up the thing, show you guys the bottle, and talk to you guys very, very briefly, because we have a lot to go over, why I take it personally, why it helps me, and just anything I feel like is important about these supplements. Okay, so if you feel compelled to buy any of these or purchase these for yourself, just again pause the video and you can Google or Amazon any of these, right? Okay, so kicking it off: general, longevity, and brain/nootropic, and sleep. These are the four categories that we're going to go over the course of this video. General, and I'll just expand on these as we go over them. Again, you guys, this is more casual, and yeah, just me talking about something that I'm very passionate about and I do truly believe can help you. Okay, so general, the first is the Seed Daily Synbiotic. This is an amazing, I've tried so many probiotics over the course of my life, you guys. I would say I've probably tried 10 to 15 at least different probiotics over the course of the past decade, and this so far so good, is the best probiotic I've ever had. And it's actually a probiotic and prebiotic. There are actually capsules in here which are encased in a prebiotic fiber, and then the actual probiotic is inside to make that probiotic a lot more bioavailable within your body. Okay, and obviously probiotics, you've probably heard a lot about them. Probiotics are pretty much the base of all performance. Like, your gut has so much to do not only with the way your body functions, but your happiness levels. There's so much I mean it's not dopamine, there's the happiness molecule. I'm blanking on what it is right now, but there's so much of that in your gut. Therefore, the healthy gut not only leads to a healthy body, but a healthy mind and a happy mind as well. So Seed Daily Synbiotic, heard about this from An individual I view as a mentor in this space by the name of Ben Greenfield. He is an absolute OG. Go check out his podcast if you're interested in biohacking in the slightest, because I've learned more from him than most people in my entire life, honestly. So that is seed. The next is going to be pure Hawaiian Spirulina. That's this bad boy right here. This actually where my office is, right? My office is actually at an oyster farm in Kona, and our next door neighbors can literally see him right there. Could probably throw a rock over there. Is astaxanthin, and they grow massive raceways with spirulina in it. So I just got hooked up with this. I love supporting local brands and especially local supplements as well. You'll see some Hawaiian stuff in here. And this is good. I mean, spirulina itself is super, super rich in a lot of antioxidants that you can't get in anything else, astaxanthin, etc. And it's also a great detoxifier for your body in general. But it's also like equally as health. It's the same. It has a lot of the same health benefits as any green veg. It's just like kale or whatever, but it has a lot of very rare antioxidants in spirulina. So I do support local, and I do take spirulina. Next is going to be Mega Red Krill Oil, omega-3s, along with that astaxanthin that is found in a lot of the algae over here as well. So omega-3 is great for, great for brain health, great for cardiovascular health, good for your heart. Omega-3s, I am predisposed to having Alzheimer's. My grandpa died of Alzheimer's, so I definitely make sure to load up on omega-3s every single day, multiple times per day. And I actually mix some very quality olive oil. I forget the brand, but just some well-sourced olive oil into my coffee as well, because you want those really healthy fats, because that promotes great cardiovascular health. But more so, in my case, I'm focusing on that cognitive function. So that is Mega Red Krill Oil. Next is going to be Herbology Olena Hawaiian Red Turmeric. I love this stuff. Mix this in my coffee. I have a few tinctures in the mix that I do mix into my coffee and matcha in the mornings and throughout the day. Olena right here. This is a tincture. I really like these things because they actually do. You can just mix them into your coffee for the exact reason I just stated. It's nice just being able to pull out the dropper. Like I'm not going to do it right now, but pulling out the dropper and putting it in your coffee. They actually taste pretty good. There are some it's kind of has that artificial sweetener taste to it, because they are using alcohol to extract the tinctures themselves from the roots or herbs that they're taking them from. But again, I love these things. Olena Hawaiian Red Turmeric. Turmeric, obviously, a very, very powerful anti-inflammatory, very good for the heart and cardiovascular system as well. Anti-inflammation, pretty much every chronic disease, whether it's heart disease, you name the disease, the chronic disease, literally. Inflammation is at the base of that. That's at the base of the food pyramid of disease. So red turmeric is has been proven to be even more potent than the standard yellow or orange turmerics, and that's why I take it. And again, it's local, so that's just a cherry on top. Next is going to be Sovereign Laboratories Colostrum. Colostrum is great for the gut. The colostrum and the thorn glutathione that I'm mentioning after this actually double in the longevity category as well. But colostrum LD right there, great for the gut. Great. I take this with my probiotic a lot, and a lot of times with my coffee, because coffee is very acidic, and it's just very good for your gut and longevity in general. Next is going to be Neo40. We'll just cover thorn glutathione because I just talked about that, and then Neo40 last. So glutathione right here, thorn glutathione SR. Glutathione is one of the most important, boom, right there. Glutathione is one of the most important amino acids, and especially when it comes to performance. So this, again, doubles in that longevity space. It's very good for your cells, very good for your mitochondria, but it also doubles in longevity for those exact same reasons. So thorn, glutathione, colostrum, both just very, very solid performance and longevity supplements in general. Okay, so let's close it out with the last in the general category. That is going to be Neo40 Professional. So this is a little steep. It's about 100 bones per box, but I really, really like this stuff. And it's very good for, the purpose of it is to promote elevated, not necessarily elevated to an unhealthy extent, but very healthy and very sufficient nitric oxide levels in your blood, which allows for oxygen to flow properly through your system. Okay, so you want oxygen in your blood, obviously not too much, but again, this promotes healthy oxygenation and nitric oxide within the blood. So it's good for heart circulation. And again, things are circulating, the heart's circulating better, it's getting that juice up to the brain. So this all comes back again, not only to performance, to physical performance, but cognitive performance as well. Because you want to be sharp. You want to be sharp on those charts. All right, so that's Neo40. That is the end. And again, that wraps up our general. Let's move on to longevity. Just got an easy combo right here. But misspelled that right there, sorry about that. But longevity, I will say before we talk about the supplements, fasting is amazing for longevity. I fast 16 to 18 hours a day. I've done that for the past, not to brag, but I was doing fasting before it was cool. I've been fasting 16 to 18 hours per day, I would say, for 6 years. Probably started in 15 or 16. I started intermittent fasting on a daily basis, but do a 16 to 18 hour fast, break it with some Maui Nui venison bone broth. Got a subscription to those. That's a supplement that I couldn't name, but subscription to bone broth, mix some colostrum and some chili pepper water. It's like a Hawaiian thing in that, so that's amazing to break a fast with. And then honestly, I'll only eat I'll eat like a late lunch. So after I record this video, it's like 4 p.m. Hawaii time. After I record this video, I'll go eat some like steak and avocado, and then keep it super light on the carbs. And I'll actually only eat carbs for like dinner and dessert if I'm feeling a little naughty, you know. So that is just little tips right there. But let's talk about tonic, resveratrol, and then True Niagen NR, which is also a pretty expensive supplement, but has a lot of amazing studies behind it. Go watch, look up Peter Attia and nicotinamide riboside, which is NR, and True Niagen, etc. But resveratrol, this is like the stuff that makes red wine good for you. So resveratrol is an amino. Is it an amino? Hopefully it's an amino acid. I'm not messing up, but I believe resveratrol is a specific amino acid that's very rare, and I believe it's pretty much only found in like blueberries and like red wine. Okay. Correct me on that if I'm wrong, but blueberries and red wine do contain resveratrol. It's like the anti-aging molecule / chemical / amino acid, whatever, but that is supposed to lengthen your telomeres, which is pretty much the little things in your body that dictate how quickly you're aging. So this paired with this, because this is actually a precursor to what I was just talking about, that nicotinamide. Did I mess that up? I don't think I did. Nicotinamide riboside chloride, I guess, which is True Niagen right here. These puppies are about $100 a bottle, but hey, again, you guys, you got to invest in yourself. Investing into the markets, I see it as the exact same thing. Honestly, more important. I view investing in myself way like eons more important than investing in the markets, because there's a lot more returns to come in yourself than any given day in the markets, right? But anyway, as far as longevity is concerned, you want to be playing the game as long as you possibly can. Resveratrol is a precursor to nicotinamide riboside, both very good for longevity, lengthening those telomeres, and I take both these together in the morning. A lot of times with fat, like when you take things, you guys, especially like turmeric and stuff, it's what's called fat soluble. So a lot of times when I have my coffee too, because caffeine actually is released a little bit slower within your body when you consume it with fats, which is why I'll take some omegas, I'll take some krill oil in the morning, and I actually have a creamer. It's a MCT oil, medium chain triglyceride. That's like the super healthy thing in coconut oil. That is very, very good for your brain. I have a layered superfood. Layered superfood. He's a big wave surfer, notorious biohacker, high performer. He has a creamer called, it's like a powdered MCT creamer called Layered Superfood. It tastes like coconut. It's actually delicious. So I'll like use the little immersion blenders or the little like matcha whisks, the automatic matcha whisks. Like, shout out to that thing, you guys. That's like the best. That's probably one of the best gifts I've ever gotten. It's just you can get it on Amazon. It's like the little whisk at the end they use for like matcha and stuff, but that I use that for freaking everything, and it emulsifies the oils perfectly into coffee. So shout out to that thing. Just go Amazon one of those, you can definitely find it. I think it's called just type in matcha blender, you'll find it. But I mix in fats because a lot of these are fat soluble, and they make these compounds much more bioavailable in your body when there's fat present. Okay, so that is longevity. Let's get on to brain and nootropics. So the first is going to be Gold Health Alpha GPC plus Uridine, and that is this guy right here. So right off the bat, you guys, I will say that, I mean, similar to the intermittent fasting, I was listening to freaking Rogan since like 2014, 2015. So he turned me on to Alpha Brain super early. Was pretty into Alpha Brain for a while. That was my introduction to nootropics. Like I'm pretty, I assume it is for many people. So Alpha Brain, I've tried every other Amazon bootleg on the market. I've probably tried similar to my probiotics, like 10 to 15 different combos, and they're not bad. I'm not going to say Alpha Brain's bad, but this stack that is Alpha GPC plus Uridine and Cytocolin and CDB choline right here. Whoop, there we go. It's weird, so it's kind of hard. These two right here is the most potent stack that I've found to date. And again, you guys, I've been messing around. I've consumed tens of thousands, literally probably, I don't know, tens of thousands of supplements over my days, experimented so much over the past like half decade. And this is the most dang stack. Like every day before I record a video, while I write my newsletter, this is what I take. And it is this stack, and it's solid. And just after a lot of research, trial and error, that's what I've come to. Okay, so that's that. And I actually do have two more tinctures to share with you guys. The first is going to be Golden State Lion's Mane and Maui Herbs Ashwagandha. So I'll just hold these up for you as well while I talk. Ashwagandha is nature's most powerful natural anti-anxiety providing herb, and the markets obviously can be very stressful sometimes. So I've got ashwagandha tincture, got lion's mane tincture. Lion's mane is an amazing mushroom which does definitely have nootropic effects, proven nootropic effects, and you'll find lion's mane in a lot of nootropic supplements and like those blends as well, like Alpha Brain and stuff. So I just have the tinctures. Again, put these in my coffee or matcha in the morning. I have like 2 to 3 cups every single morning. So I mess them around, throwing some cinnamon, make it all flavorful, throwing some vanilla stevia. Yeah, that's pretty much just what I do every single day. And I take all of these every single day, which is pretty crazy to think now that I'm seeing all of them in front of me. But again, you guys, if you want to perform at the tippy top, you gotta act like it. You gotta invest in yourself. Okay. So that is brain nootropic. Let's close it out with sleep. And actually, to preface the sleep supplements, because there's only a couple, I want to just say sleep, it's probably more important if you're not getting good sleep, if you don't have good dietary practice, like just the basics down, there's no point in taking any of these. The way I personally view supplements is as the cherry on top. These are, if you're performing, if you have your sleep dialed, if you have your diet dialed, if you have your fitness dialed, and you're 90% there, the supplements are the extra 10% that you need to get to that buck, right? So make sure all of the basic fundamentals are covered before going all out on supplements, and that's just that right there. So sleep 7 to 8 hours per night, and the thing that's even more important about the time slept, because everyone's different, right? Everyone's biochemistry, everyone's biology is different, is the consistency of the rest and wake cycle, right? So just make sure you're going to sleep around the same time every night and waking up around the same time, because that gets your circadian rhythm, which is that little reptilian part of our brain, in check, and ultimately that leads to healthy body, healthy mind. All right, so Life Extension Neuromag, this is magnesium threonate. That is a type of magnesium. And you guys, a lot of these supplements, keep in mind, I take vitamin D, I take potassium as well, I take a lot of other stuff, but this is just the stuff that I felt was worth sharing, okay? So, actually, I forgot about ancestral supplements, Liver King's beef liver, which I also take. I'll talk about that at the very end to cap it off, I guess. But Neuromag, magnesium threonate, this is a very specific form of magnesium that is very good for your, just cognitive health, and it's very relaxing, okay? It's very good for sleep, especially when paired with, I didn't bring it because I forgot it, honestly, is apigenin, which is an extract from chamomile tea. That's the part of chamomile tea that makes you sleepy, okay? So I just get that from Swanson brand, generic brand, but Life Extension Neuromag and Swanson Apigenin, that is like the killer combo for sleep, especially if you guys are feeling a little bit restless. And again, just the fundamentals, just cover the fundamentals, and make sure you take good old Liver Kings, ancestral supplements, yeah, Tribe Up, and yeah, this is just obviously beef liver is good for you. There's a lot of iron in here. I actually have this for my lady because she's a little bit iron deficient. She doesn't eat the most meat. I eat plenty of meat, so actually I don't need these that much. But I do take them, again, to pair them with everything else, just because it makes a lot of other things more bioavailable when you pair it with some substance. as opposed to like just herbs. Like pairing herbs with some substance is good. Okay, so yeah, this is more for the lady, but hey, shout out to Liver King right at the end of the video. So that's it, you guys. Man, that was a super enjoyable time. That was very relaxing, definitely compared to other videos I made. So yeah, I hope you guys appreciated that. And let me know in the comments down below what supplements you take. If there's any gems that you think I'm missing here, please share. I would love to hear you guys take. And yeah, we'll call it a day, you guys. And yeah, I appreciate you watching, and I'll catch you down below in the comments. Till next time, always remember, take action, make waves. Peace.